What's up, world? This your boy Tommy Mab, and I came to speak on something you guys probably saw happen yesterday. Maybe you didn't, maybe you did. But if you haven't, I'm pretty sure you're going to hear about it. They asked for a moment of silence during the Cheif and Houston Texans game for equality, not Black Lives Matter, not kneeling, doing the pledge, all the shit that they say that was bothering them, right? You know, protesting the right way. And I've told these people 10 million times, you cannot appease fucking idiots, right? So it does not matter. I've said this, and I'll say this a million times. They don't give a shit what you're fighting for. If you're a woman, you're fighting for equal rights, they're going to stand on the other side of it. If you're fucking Chinese, Asian fighting for equal rights, they're going to stand on the other side of it. These people are the dumpsters of society, right? They're the people in every society that makes the society look bad. Because these people are the fringe, selfish people whose life are horrible. Like their life, they have terrible lives, right? Not mostly 90% of it is because of their own doing. There's no systematic thing that's set up to say to keep them in the place that they are in. They're generally just there because they're fucking losers, right? They never tried to go out and do anything. You know what I'm saying? You live in a country that is 90% of the people hiring look exactly like you. Probably come exactly from where you probably come from places similar to where you come from. Especially if you're staying in the same place where you were born. And you can't even fucking succeed in that society, yet you're walking around telling other people that they complain too much. Because most of the time, most of those people are just fucking losers. They have no talent. They have no good. They're not good at anything. So they walk around, and the one thing that they found that made them feel special is being white, right? So their mindset is, well, I fucking suck as an individual. I've never done anything special. Never will do anything special. But then I'm associated with being white. So in order for me to feel better about myself, I have to exalt white because that's really the only fucking talent I have. I don't have any other talent. So I'm gonna walk around, even though I'm a fat ass, no overweight, weirdo ass, mid 40-year-old, never had my name in the fucking paper for anything, never done anything. This guy's never been interviewed by a newscaster, never been on the never been on TV. In the newspaper for any fucking thing. Never done anything in his life but sit around and play video games and bitch about other people bitching, right? Because they're not him. He doesn't go and try to check in on what these people are actually mad about. He just hates to hear other people complaining about America because America is his shining jewel. It is the personification of the power of the white man, right? So he won't say it out loud, but inside that's where he pats himself on the back. You know, we built America. We didn't do shit. His last name is probably Karagovich, meaning he was probably 2 fucking generations removed from a Polish or a Russian or German immigrant. Has no fucking association with America whatsoever, but you can't stop this dickhead from saying that this is his country, even though you look at his last name, it's probably something like Polski or some German or Polish name, meaning he was not here when America was founded. His ancestors did not build America, nor had shit to do with America being what it was. His ancestors were probably some fucking immigrant that came over because they couldn't do shit in their own country, so they came over here where racism was big, and they could basically blend in and succeed based on the fact that they were white. So it's just fucking blows me away, you know, the ignorance, you know. But you can't stop them. Like, America, you know, the white man's country. Say whatever you want to say, dude. America was not built solely by one. It wasn't built by immigrants at all. Like, you had shit to do with it. Your last name's Polsky. You're it's like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the son of 2 immigrants. Well, his dad is the child of an immigrant, and his mom was just a straight up immigrant. Donald Trump is as American as nobody. He's a generation removed from all his ancestors. One came from Germany, and the other one came from, I think, like Sweden. He's not even from America. So it's just funny to me that this guy walks around trying to act like he's the patriot of patriots when 2 generations his family wasn't even here. But he feels that this is more his country than people like whose ancestors built and constructed and fought in every single war. He thinks it's more his country, that he's done more, and that this is more his country. Why? For the same reason I said the fucking idiot who's in the stands booing when someone says equality, when someone talks negative about America. They're too stupid to realize rich people have connected them to protect themselves. They made them soldiers in a war against themselves, right? They go out into the world, and these rich ass but let me just say this first and foremost, right? The first thing I keep hearing from these people is, well, the problem is that you got all these rich athletes telling people what to do. Then you go look at OAN, Fox News, all the shit that they watch. All, not some, all of the people on their radio stations are funded by millionaires. That means the millionaires bankroll them or sponsor them. They're all paid, funded by billionaires. They're millionaires funded by billionaires telling poor people they can relate to what they're going through. Tucker Carlson is one of the biggest things in the right wing movement. He is a heir to $1 billion fortune. Yet he's on TV telling a bunch of poor white people that he knows what they're going through, and they're dumb enough to believe it. So, but in reality, all he's doing is taking everything they care about, everything that that would criticize and make their life easier. They're making them believe is an attack on them, right? Healthcare helps them. 90% of them have. 90% of the people who did not have healthcare before have. It was such an upheaval. Now, do I love Obamacare? Of course not. There's a lot of problems with it, especially if you're a small business. So I understand people who are small businesses, but the people who hate Obamacare are not even fucking people with small businesses. They're just idiots, right? So you see a lot of these idiots, and they don't really have a reason for hating Obamacare. So because it actually helps them, but they hate Obamacare because it was created by Barack Obama, and Fox News told them Barack Obama was bad. Now, Barack Obama is bad, so that means Obamacare is bad, even though it's helping me. I hate Obama, so obviously it's called Obamacare, so I can't like it. Even though it's, as I said before, it's actually helping them pay for their medical bills. These millionaires and heir to billionaire money get on TV and tell them, look, this healthcare, socialist policies that help you, they help you, but they hurt America. But why are you giving billions and billions of dollars to fucking rich people if handouts hurt America? Well, no, see, the money coming to us helps you. How does it help me? Well, we create jobs. We create business. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. We've done study after study that shows it does not matter how much money we give to the rich. You guys will because anybody who understands anything about money will understand that people, and majority of people who are good with money, they're good with money because they're good at not spending it. They're good at saving. Majority of the time, in order to make money, you have to spend money. But generally, a smart person is a person who can spend less but make more. So you have just given them an out so that they make, no matter what the situation is, when you give them tax breaks, they get bonuses. Why they get bonuses? Because stuff that used to go towards taxing is now what's called a surplus. That means that it's a surplus of money. That surplus generally is given off to these higher ranking officials in bonuses as money made for the company. So that's why you see these people bending over backwards to save any dime and any penny that they can, because they save any dime or any penny, they get a percentage of it if it's saved, if it's a surplus. So that's generally the common thing in corporate America. They generally have bonuses out their asses for saving the company money. So they do this constantly. So they're not pushing so that they can get tax breaks, so that they can open up and give more jobs to people to make up the surplus. No. They're trying to keep the surplus low. They're trying to keep it low. They're trying to keep surplus high so that they can get bigger bonuses at the end of the day, because they can say, I saved the company X amount of dollars, I get X amount percentage of the amount that I saved the company. So if I save the company $300,000, I get 10% of that a lot of times, which is $30,000 bonus. So a lot of this is greed. But they teach these poor people that are watching their TV shows that, the reason why you don't have a job is because the corporate America is going to take the job, is going to take your money, is going to take your opportunities. And I think that's the reason why the majority of this shit happens. And the majority, and if you really break it down, it really goes beyond that. It goes so far beyond that, because a lot of these people don't care. They don't care. When their donors and sponsors realize how much money they actually make, they're more likely to spend their money on them or put money in them. Right? So they get more money, the more influential they become. So these people are going and becoming millionaires and billionaires based on their ability to make other people think giving billionaires money is good. So they make these people the enemy of all people. So no matter what the situation is, Fox News will find a way and find an angle to demonize poor people. They will find a way to demonize people who are fighting against the system, whilst telling other rich or other poor people dumb enough to listen to them that they're not attacking us, they're attacking you. How the fuck are they attacking you? Oh, well, they're calling you racist. No, they're calling you racist. Well, yeah, but you're white, so they're calling you racist too. No, they're not. I'm not oppressing them. I have no money. They're calling the rich white people racist, which a lot of you are. A lot of you are secluded. You're stereotypical. You have a lot of prejudice because you're secluded and never forced to interact with people of different races. Me, on the other hand, I go to work every day. I have black friends, I have Spanish friends, co-workers. I have black co-workers, I have Spanish co-workers. I have people around me that are different races. I realize they all don't think that way. But then I go home to Fox News and I listen to a bunch of bullshit all day in which they tell me these minorities are coming out to get me, which doesn't really add up to what I see. But since I trust you more than my own damn eyes, I'm going to believe what you have to say. So equality bad. Why is equality bad? Because black people are trying to say all black people are bad. No, they're not. They're saying they're going through situations that is based on stuff that white people set up a long time to purposely do that. Well, what do you mean? Well, they purposely set up laws that affected me more than white people. It was done by a white person. I'm sorry if it seems as if I'm talking about all white people. I'm not. I'm talking about the white people that created that law. Oh they're saying that all police officers are bad. No, they're not. They're actually continually saying the exact opposite, which infuriates the hell out of me. They're constantly saying the majority of police officers are not bad. I cannot turn on a TV without seeing somebody black coming on TV apologetically saying, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm saying all police officers aren't bad. Well, whoop the fucking do. Anybody isn't bad. But that's one thing to say that all of them are bad. These people get on TV and will literally say the vast majority of police officers are good. How the fuck do you know that? You can't even get people to say the vast majority of people are good. But you want to sit up and say the vast majority of police officers are good? Cut me a fucking break. That's a joke. The vast majority of police officers are people. So that means they can be anything they want to be. And majority of people are selfish, they're dicks, they're assholes. So they're just normal people. You can't walk 3 steps without running into a dick in America. Why? Because majority of people are dicks. They're selfish, they're self-centered, and they think the world revolves around them. They think they're the protagonist in the movie that they call their life. They think they're the star. All of us to an extent do. Only difference is, I think, as Christians, we're forced to have to step back and humble ourselves when other people don't have anything that asks them to humble themselves. They just walk around and continue to perpetuate the belief that they're the most awesome fucking thing that ever happened to this country. And in the end, it's just a fucking trip. Because at the end of the day, what blows my mind, and will continue to blow my mind about these people, is their propensity to just go with bullshit, right? Like I said, black people are bad. Black people who say that racism affects their life are brainwashed by the left-wing media. Fucking joke, right? I don't even watch left-wing media. I live my fucking life. That's why the majority of black people you talk to, none of them can deny there's fucking racism. There's beyond racism. And they'll tell you, well, of course there's racism. There's racism everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot in America. And it fucking affects me as an African American. Now, am I in the corner crying about it? No. But if someone asks me, is racism prevalent and rampant in America? I'm going to say, yeah, hell yeah. It's very rampant. It's at the surface. The shit is not even hit. It's so obviously racist in this country that you don't even, you can pretty much just, like I said, just if you follow, I think you can't follow a black person around probably a fucking week, probably not even a week, without them running into something that is not just racist, but abhorrently racist. Like, it's so fucking racist that you're like, what the hell was that? I guarantee you can't follow a black person around in America without running into some systematic thing that they have to deal with that no other race has to deal with. Guarantee it. I have no gumption or second thought about that understanding. To me, it's just obvious. This is what the situation is. So I just want to come out and speak directly to that, because these idiots cheering at this game, NFL tried to do everything, and I told you this when I did my video about the NBA. You kowtowing to these fucking idiots, and there's a reason why nobody shoots for them as a demographic. They're fucking idiots, okay? They secluded themselves to specific media, because anything that involves change or progressiveness, they say, I'm done with it, right? Because they care more about their country than they do about God, than they do about themselves, than they do about their families. These people will not even America. They care more about rich Americans than they do their own families. Donald Trump is more important than their children. They'll vote for Donald. The lady said, I saw a story about a lady whose husband had cancer. She used Obamacare to pay for his medication. Hey, that was her money. That's what she was giving money for. That's what the insurance paid for. She voted for Trump, even though he said he would cut Obamacare with no plan to replace it. He said he would repeal it. He ran on, I'm going to repeal Obamacare. Even though more of his voters had Obamacare than Democrats, right? More Republicans used Obamacare than Democrats, because quiet as is kept, a lot of Democrats, a lot of Republicans, poor Republicans, are on welfare. They bitch and they complain about other people being on it, but a lot of them are on assistance, whether it be Medicare for being old, or Medicaid, or a lot of them are on it. They just don't say shit. They don't tell people they're on it, because to them it's an embarrassment. But regardless, They screw over people. They screw these people over for years, and they are, and she goes and votes for Donald Trump even though he's going to repeal it. He repeals it. Her husband cannot afford his medication anymore because the cost of it is almost double. And she says, "Well, I didn't know he was going to do that." Yeah, because the people you fucking listen to lie to you. They are always going to be for big business. The big businesses. You can say what you want about the poor. I mean, CNN and all these other places, but they don't make millions and millions of dollars off of propaganda. Fox News does. They're getting paid. Why the hell would Coke, Pepsi, I mean not Coke, but the Koch brothers, lobbyists, gun lobbyists, all these people pay for these people to be to run in their circles? Why would they pay all these people to speak on their behalf? You talk about politicians being paid, but half of the people on the right wing are paid by the NRA, by big business. They're paid by these companies to come on and demonize people fighting against these companies. And I understand the Second Amendment right. I don't have a gun, but I understand people need to protect themselves. I'm not trying to say fighting the Second Amendment is wrong, but it is something wrong with the NRA, who gives a shit about, who always talks about this shit about everybody being armed, except when people get killed, they take no responsibility for it. I mean, yes, I can both can be true. I can feel like, hey, there's sometimes you just cannot help the fact that there are going to be some bad people with guns, but you also have to take into consideration there's some good people with guns too. So there are people whose lives have been saved, but I'm sorry, that sucked. Apology is not too much to ask when some kid illegally gets a gun or legally gets a gun and goes into a school and shoots up someone. It's because of how easily guns are accessible, and that's true. You come out with a level of apology, and that's cool, and we move on. But anyways, I just want to say that, talk about that, the mindset of these people. It's like, dude, don't try to cater to them. You're not going to be able to reach those people. They're idiots, and they're proud to be idiots. And it doesn't matter if you use Black Lives Matter, don't kneel. It does not matter. These people are going to be on the opposition of anything you do. No matter what race you are, no matter what gender you are, and they wonder why, and they're like, why does everybody demonize the white man? Because you're the only people on the opposite side of every fucking body. You have shit to do with 90% of the issues you throw your hat in, because you're drones who listen to right-wing media that tell you you're the soldiers to fight for them, to continue to keep making millions while you can't pay your bills. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, that's my opinion on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all. Peace.